So, welcome to the Comfy Cozy Club. I'm so happy that you're here. My name is Nathalie, and we're going to start our yoga today in a comfortable cross-legged seat. So make sure that you are comfy. So if you want to sit up on a blanket or a pillow, that might be a good idea, especially if the knees are quite high. Or any other position that's comfortable for you is fine. And then take a moment to really come onto your sitting bones. Just grounding down into the floor. And then by pressing the sitting bones down, notice the length in your spine. So notice how the heart, the chest starts to lift. Reach the tips of the ears all the way up to the ceiling. And relax your shoulders down. Let the elbows become heavy. Let the thighs become heavy. And let the eyelids become heavy as you close your eyes. So you're here. I'm so happy that you've made it onto the mat. Not always an easy decision. Maybe you've been feeling a little bit crumpled up today. Maybe you've had a long day or had a lot of screen time. We're going to use the next hour to expand and create lots of space in the body, the chest, creating lots of space for the breath. So start by checking in with your breath. You don't have to change anything yet, but just notice your breath. Taking a moment to ease into our yoga practice. Taking a moment to come out of the head, into the body. Now bring your hands onto your belly and take a really deep breath in. Feel the belly expand. Exhale out through your mouth. Breathe in, feel the belly expand. Warm exhale out through your mouth. And one more time, breathing all the way down into the pelvic bowl. In and out. And then bring the hands into a prayer, connecting the palms of the hands. Take a moment to bow your nose down to your fingers. And if you'd like, set out an intention for the coming hour. Maybe thinking about something you'd like to send some energy, some warmth to. The breath. Or maybe to adjust if anything needs adjusting. To work around any moves that don't feel great to you tonight. To really make the practice your own. Lift the corners of the mouth. Stack the head onto the spine. Slowly open your eyes. And now bring the fingertips down. Hey. Why is the internet unstable? Wait a second. That's weird. It's just, excuse me, it's just my screen. Excuse me, it's just my screen that has frozen completely. Thank you guys for the chat. Okay, never mind. As you were. It's a live stream. Anything can happen. Okay, so bring the fingertips down. Now take a deep breath in as you bring the right arm all the way up. And as you exhale, bring the arm up and overhead, really pressing down into the right sitting bone. And then turn your nose up to your arm. Pull the right thumb back, so really opening up to the chest. And breathe in, pick yourself up, coming all the way up, reaching the fingertips up. And as you exhale, bring the right hand down and bring the left arm up and overhead into a big side body stretch. Breathe in, pick yourself back up, back to center. Now float the arms in line with the shoulders. And from here, we're going to interlace the hands behind the lower back, pressing the knuckles down, lifting the chest, rolling the shoulders back. Now take a deep breath in, maybe staying here, or as you exhale, slowly bring the forehead down, maybe just an inch, maybe bringing the forehead all the way down to the floor. And then slowly pick yourself back up and release the bind as we come onto hands and knees. So take your time to come onto all fours, bringing the knees in line with the hips, bringing the wrists in line with the shoulders. Sorry for any crinkling in your ear as I take off a layer and invite you to do the same. Okay, spread the fingers really wide. Now, as you breathe in, send your heart forwards. Tilt the pelvis up, really press down into the fingers. And as you exhale, round through the spine. And now bring your weight all the way over to the right side of the mat. So we're leaning into the right hand, the right knee. And then breathe in as you arc through the spine. And send your weight over to the left side. So we're kind of circling. Exhale, moving through the cat stretch and shifting to the right. Inhale, moving through the cow stretch and shifting over to the left. One more cycle moving this way. Also a bit of yoga for your brain. And then reverse the movement. So rounding as you move over to the right side and arcing as you move over to the left. And if you've lost the plot a little here, just keep it moving, trying to find some malleability in the spine. Let's do one more cycle. And then bring yourself back into that straight spine. Walk your hands over to your knees as you sit up really tall. Now lengthen your tailbone down. Bring the right hand to the waistline. And breathe in, bring the left arm all the way up. Turn the thumb away from you. And as you exhale, circle it down. So opening up to the chest and the shoulder. Again, breathing in, circling the left arm all the way up. And exhale, take it down. Now, this is a really good moment to come into that audible Ujjayi breathing. So if it's not in your practice, if you haven't done it before, it kind of sounds like a Darth Vader breath. Other side. Breathe in, float the right arm all the way up, turn the thumb away from you, and exhale, circle it down. Listening to the sound of your breath. And then breathe in, bring both arms all the way up. And as you exhale, bring it back onto hands and knees, onto all fours. So take a moment to organize yourself, bringing the wrists in line with the shoulders. Now this time, curl your toes under. Really press into the hands, the knees, the toes. Feel the lower belly lifting in and up. So this next one is called hovering cat pose. So imagine your favorite cat lifting up and hovering an inch over the floor as you lift your knees. Keep your neck long. Now really focus on the breath. You'll notice that the breath changes a little here, becoming a little deeper, maybe feeling a bit of warmth, a bit of a shake. And slowly bring the knees back down. Take a moment to send your hips down to your heels, stretching through the feet. Walk your hands forwards. Melt the forehead down towards the floor, feeling the stretch, the length in the spine. Now take a really deep breath in through your nose. Feel the ribcage expand. And out through the nose. Again, slow it down. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale out. And just once more, feeling the lower back expand, breathing in and out. And now as you breathe in, shift your weight forwards. Think about that hovering cat pose as you lift the lower belly in, lift the knees, and send your weight all the way back into a downward facing dog. Bring the feet hip width apart. Turn the heels out just a little. And then roll the shoulders out, so lots of space in the upper back as we bring the heels down one at a time. So starting to lengthen out through your hamstrings. How are your hamstrings feeling? Keep gripping the mat with your fingertips. And just know that when this is a bit too much on the wrists, which it can be, especially if the wrists are sore, maybe you've had a lot of computer work, you can always take a break in child's pose. Okay, bring the feet to stillness. Now take a deep breath in as you bring your gaze over to the front of the mat. And as you exhale, walk your feet all the way up, coming into a forward fold. So relax your nose down to your knees. And take a moment to hug your legs. So maybe gently bringing the nose even more to the knees, giving yourself a little Eskimo kiss. And then release the arms. Bring the hands underneath the knees. Lengthen out through the spine. So reach the crown of the head forwards. Feel the sitting bones spreading out left to right. And then think about that hovering cat pose as you lift the lower belly in. So, lots of thinking about hovering cats. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the neck really long. Keep the knees soft. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, come all the way back down into your forward fold. Now press into your feet, into the insides and outsides of the feet, and roll yourself up. Taking it as a check-in to notice how the spine is feeling today. Stack your head onto your spine, and on your next inhalation, send the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, twist to the right, so sending the left arm out in front, the right arm behind. Breathe in, pick yourself up, back to center, really press down into the feet. Exhale, twist to the left. Keep the hip points pointing forwards. Breathe in to center. Exhale to twist. Mobilizing the spine. Breathe in to center. Exhale, twist. And just once more, really pressing down into the floor to create even more length. Breathing in, lift. Exhale, twist. And breathe in, come into extended mountain pose, arms up. And exhale, circle the arms all the way down. Interlace your hands behind your lower back, but this time bring the other thumb on top. So the one that feels a little funky. Press your knuckles down, roll the shoulders back, lengthen your tailbone down, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let the heart lead the way as you make your way back into a forward fold. But this time drawing a rainbow with the knuckles. Relax the crown of the head down, press the knuckles all the way up. Relax through the back of the neck. Take a deep breath in. Exhale all the way out. Now breathe in, lift up halfway to give yourself some space to release the bind. And exhale, take it into your forward fold. Now step into a plank pose, stepping the feet back. Pressing down into the hands, pressing down into the feet. You can always lower your knees down here if you start to get really happy very quickly. Rotate the inner thighs in and up to the sky. Reach the heart forwards. Keep your neck long. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, lower the knees down. Flip onto the tops of your feet. Keep reaching the heart forwards. And now fold the elbows in as we take it all the way down to the floor slowly. Reach your toes back, so feel the extension, the space around the hip bones. And then bring the fingertips over the short side of the mat. Hands a little wider than the shoulders. Really press down into your feet and breathe in. We're going to wave up, gently bringing some pressure into the fingers, but keep lengthening your tailbone down to protect your lower back. Exhale, wave yourself back down. And now really follow the breath. Breathe in to lift up. Exhale, lower down. Breathe in to lift. Exhale to lower. Let's do one more. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, the wave falls. Bring the hands in line with the shoulders. Really bring your elbows into your waistline. Curl your toes under. Grip the mat with your fingers as you press up into your plank. So you can press straight up or come over the knees and then shift into your plank. Shift back into downward facing dog. Bringing the feet as wide as the hips. Knowing that you can always keep the legs bent, giving the spine lots of space. But maybe as we start to get a little warmer or you've practiced a little longer, you can let the heels become heavier. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lower your knees down to the floor, all fours. Align your wrists with your shoulders, knees with your hips. So we always want that alignment, so bones stacked on top of bones, which sounds a bit sinister. We want to keep the pressure out of the joints. Now lift the right big toe up to the sky as we circle the right knee out and around. So thinking puppy at a lamppost. Opening up through the hip. Now as we move here, I also want you to keep lots of stability. So keeping the shoulders over the wrists. Making sure that you aren't hanging out into the left arm. Now reverse your circles. Moving slow and steady. Feeling the abdominal wall working here. Feeling the right glutes working here. Working on core stability. Okay, now bring it back to center. Flex your foot. Press the sole of the foot up to the sky. And now send your heart forward. So think cow pose here. Maybe instead of pressing the entire foot up, just press the ball joint of the foot up to the sky, arcing through the spine. Take a deep breath in. And now counter pose. Press into your fingers. Bring your nose to your knee to your nose. Think cat stretch. Extend the right leg out long. And curl the right toes under. Now swing the left foot over the long side of the mat. Come onto the inside of your right foot. Pull the right elbow all the way up. As we open up here, bring the right fingertips up to the sky. Take a moment to twist your wrist, moving one way, moving the other way. And bring the right arm in line with your ear, feeling the extension in the right side body. You can stay here. You can always come onto your fist if it's too much for your left wrist, or float the right leg up and press it into an imaginary wall. Take a deep breath in. And now as you exhale slowly without plummeting down, back onto all fours. Curl your toes under. Send the hips back. Lift the palms of the hands. So just taking a moment off of the wrists. And breathe. Feeling the back body expand as you breathe in. Feeling the body soften as you breathe out. One more breath here. And then bring the palms of the hands down. Breathe in, shift your weight forwards. Lift your knees as we take it back into downward facing dog. Rolling the shoulders out. This time maybe think about pressing the insides of your heels towards the back of the room. Keep your ears in line with your arms. Lots of space in the neck. And then think about lifting the hips a little higher. And think about drawing the lower belly in as we did in that hovering cat pose. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, returning onto hands and knees. So you always have the option to come onto your fists if it's too much for the wrists. Spread the fingers really wide. Bend the left leg and send the left big toe up to the sky as we open up through the left leg, left hip. Breathing in to lift up. Exhaling to circle out. So see if you can really get lost in the breath. And then reverse your circles, noticing which direction feels easier, making sure your weight is still evenly distributed between both hands. Don't let your head hang down. And press the left leg, left big toe up to the sky. As we open up here, send the heart forwards, pull the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe just pressing the ball joint of the foot up to the sky, feeling the left glutes engage. And then extend. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, counter pose. Bring your knee to your nose to your knee. Press into your fingertips. Breathe in, extend the left leg out. Curl the left toes under. Swing the right foot over the long side of the mat. Roll yourself onto the inside of the left foot. And then breathe in. Lift the left elbow up. Send the left fingertips up to the sky. Lengthen your tailbone down so your bottom isn't sticking out. Feel the lower belly pulling in. As you exhale, bring the left arm in line with the left ear and then maybe lift the left leg up and press the left foot into an imaginary wall. Feeling the length. Think baby cobra in your chest. And on your next exhalation, take it all the way back down onto hands and knees. Well done. Curl the toes under, send the hips back, lift the palms of the hands. Taking a moment of pressure out of the wrists. Relax the forehead down towards the floor. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Maybe returning to that intention that you set out at the beginning of practice. Okay, bring the palms of the hands down. Breathe in, shift your weight forwards. Exhale, take it into downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift the right leg all the way up, keeping the ears in line with the arms, coming into a three-legged dog. And as you exhale, step the right foot up towards your right thumb, making sure it arrives so that it doesn't have to be a graceful move. You can always take hold of your ankle and bring it forwards. Breathe in, bring the heart forwards, smile. And as you exhale, lower the left knee down. You can keep the toes curled under. Breathe in, bring both arms all the way up, taking it into a crescent lunge. And now as you exhale, bring the arms back. Keep the heart lifting forwards. Imagine me standing behind you, taking hold of your pinkies and gently pulling them back. Okay, breathe in, lift up. Exhale, bring the arms down, keep the heart forwards. Once more, breathe in, lift up. Exhale, float the arms down, roll the shoulders back. Breathe in, back into your crescent lunge. So bring the palms of the hands together as we hook left elbow over the right leg. Now turn your heart to your thumbs. Roll the right shoulder down. Pressing the arm into the leg into the arm. You can stay here or lift the left knee up. So big move, big twist. Press away from the mat. Keep hugging into the center line. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, frame the right foot, lifting the left knee up. Okay, breathe in. Step into your plank pose. Exhale from your toes or from your knees. Hover all the way down to the floor. Chaturanga. Press into the tops of your feet. Breathe in, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, nose down to the floor, curl the toes under. Breathe in, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Can always take a child's pose here. Now really expand the breath. Listen to the sound of your breath. And then on your next inhale, lift the left leg up, three-legged dog. As you exhale, step the left foot up to your left thumb. Low lunge. Breathe in, send the gaze forwards and smile. As you exhale, lower the right knee down to the floor. Keep your toes curled under. Breathe in, lift the arms up, crescent lunge. Exhale, bring the arms back, roll the shoulders back, heart forwards. 2 more. Breathe in, press down to lift up. Exhale, bring the arms down. So finding the wave of the breath, really moving with the breath. Inhaling to create length. Exhaling, gently pull the belly button down to the spine. Once more, breathe in, crescent lunge. Bring the palms of the hands together and hook right elbow over the left leg. Turn your heart to your thumbs. Turn your thumbs to your heart. Really squeezing the elbow into the leg into the elbow. If this is impossible in your body, you can always bring your hand down and twist here. You can keep your toes curled under your knee down, or maybe lift the right knee up. Zip the legs, the hips into the center line and breathe. On your next exhale, frame the left foot and breathe in. Step into your plank pose. As you exhale from your toes or your knees, hover all the way down to the floor. Breathe in, baby cobra. Exhale, bring your nose down to the floor. Curl your toes under. Breathe in, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. So take a moment to set up your dog, channeling your favorite dog. Turn the inner thighs in, roll the shoulders out, keep your neck long. Let's take one really deep cleansing breath, breathing in through your nose. Exhaling out through your mouth. Breathe in, send the gaze over to the front of the mat. And as you exhale, step or walk your feet up. Come into your forward fold. Breathe in, lift up halfway. So really creating length, space in between the vertebrae as you reach the crown of the head away. And exhale, take it all the way down, fold. Now press into your feet. Breathe in, circle the arms all the way up, coming into an extended mountain pose. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. Okay, I hope you're a little warmer, or a lot warmer. Breathe in, circle the arms all the way up. And now as you exhale, we're going to twist to the right. And as you do so, lift the right leg up. Now stay here. If you're really wobbly, you can take a hold of a wall, a neighbor. Maybe bring the left hand over the outside of the right leg. So catching that leg. And then really press down into the floor, so feel how strong the standing leg is. And bring the gaze over towards your right thumb, keeping the neck really long. So a gentle twist. Now, if you're really feeling it and you're ready for a lot of challenge, you can also take a hold of the inside of your foot and try to extend it out. But maybe that's a nice plan for a next lifetime, right? So you don't have to take every challenge all at once. But if you'd like to have some fun, it's definitely there. And if you fall, well done. That is the real yoga. Okay, take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, take it down. Let's reset. Breathe in, circle the arms all the way up. And exhale, just a slow circling all the way down. Breathe in, circle the arms all the way up. Exhale, twist to the left, lift the left leg up. And then get really strong through that standing leg, pressing into all four corners of the foot. Maybe bringing the right hand over the leg, so you can really twist here, bringing the shoulders to the side. Now you're welcome to stay here, or catch a hold of your foot and have a little acrobatic moment. So definitely see it as fun. Yoga is playtime, so you can always fall. You can always think about doing this pose when you're 100. We still have so much time to practice. Breathe, smile, and slowly bring yourself back to center. Well done. Breathe in, circle the arms all the way up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, take it all the way down into a forward fold. Breathe in, lift yourself up halfway, flat back. Exhale, take it down, forward fold. Breathe in, step yourself into a plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now, after the standing balancing poses, I have another fun one for you here, but if you feel like she's gone crazy, you can always take it from your knees and do the same thing we did, but then on hands and knees. So, all that to say, breathe in, lift the right leg up, open up through the right hip, stacking the right leg on top of the left leg. And now we're going to bring the right knee to the right elbow. What? And then from there, circle it to the left elbow. And then kick it back into your three-legged dog and open up through the hip. Now, is that fun or what? Maybe fun but different. Okay, let's do one more cycle. Bring the right knee to the right elbow. From there, shift it over to the left elbow. Poke the right toe back and open the right hip. And then this time, step the right foot all the way to the right thumb. Well done. Okay, take a moment to send the heart forwards. Gather your bearings. Breathe in, lift both arms all the way up. Come into a high lunge. And then from your high lunge, pivot, bring the left heel down and take it into warrior two. So taking a moment to ground down after all that flying. Right knee is in line with your right ankle. Press the right knee out towards the little toe. Press into the outside of your left foot and pull your pinkies back. So feel the opening in the chest, the shoulders. How is your breath doing? How is your face doing? And then bring the right arm to the right upper thigh. We're going to swoop the left fingertips down and then pull the left thumb back. So coming into extended side angle. Turn your nose up to your arm. Feel the length from the outside of your left foot all the way to the left fingertips. And then two more cycles. So circling the left arm down and then breathing in as you pull the left thumb back. Once more, exhale, take it down. Inhale, take it back. Now from your super strong legs, your super strong core, pull yourself back up into warrior two. I'm going to take you out of that front leg, so extend the right leg all the way out. That should feel good. And now bring the left hand down, bring the right arm all the way up. So feel that expansion in the right side from the hip all the way to the fingertips. And then from there, slide the left hand down into a reversed triangle. Now, big move. We're going to windmill the arms and take it all the way back into your low lunge. Now press into the left hand, breathe in, pull the right elbow up, send the right fingertips all the way up to the sky, big twist. Exhale, bring the right hand down. Move I can barely talk. Move through a flow, But you're also welcome to skip it if it's all a bit much. So you're welcome to come into a child's pose, or from your plank, take a chaturanga. Breathing in, cobra or upward facing dog. Really press into your feet. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now we're going to take 3 really deep breaths in your resting pose, whether that's a down dog or child's pose. And if you're shocked by the fact that down dog is a resting pose, take child's pose and connect to the breath, creating lots of space in the body so that we have lots of space for the breath. Let's meet in downward facing dog. So again, we're going to go through that funky flow, but you're welcome to take it from hands and knees, opening the hip. You're welcome to skip it, but really seeing it as playtime instead of something intimidating that you have to nail. So breathe in, lift the left leg up, open up through the left hip, really stacking the hips, lifting, 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 and then bring the left knee to the left elbow. Circle, left knee to the right elbow, and then bring the left foot all the way back and open up through the hip. Once more, left knee to the left elbow, circling to the right elbow, pressing it all the way back, open up through the hip, and step the left foot to the left thumb. Well done. Okay, take a deep breath in. Send the heart forwards. Exhale all the way out. Breathe in, lift up, high lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Bringing the right heel down, sending the arms out left to right. Bringing the left knee in line with the left ankle, and then really press down to the outer edge of the right foot. Now see if you can expand past your fingertips. So really creating lots of space, taking up lots of space. And then soften your frown, soften your jaw, breathe. And as you exhale, bring the left arm onto the left leg. Bring the right fingertips down. And then breathe in, open up, pull the right thumb back, think baby cobra in the chest. Exhale, bring the right fingertips down. Breathe in, lift up, and open. One more cycle. Exhale to bring the fingertips down. Breathe in to lift up. Okay, take a moment here to sniff your armpit. Really pull the thumb back. Now feel the strength in your legs. Feel the tailbone lengthening down, the lower belly pulling in, and then pull yourself up. Lengthen the left leg. Right hand to the right leg, lift the left arm up, really reaching up, feel the expansion in the left side body, and slide the right fingertips down. And from here, big, big move. Take it all the way back into your low lunge. Plant the right hand, breathe in, pull the left elbow up, send the left fingertips up to the sky, really pressing out of the mat, and exhale, bring the left hand down. Now, yogi's choice, you can take it or leave it, but breathe in, step into your plank. Exhale from toes or knees, chaturanga. Breathe in, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a really big cleansing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Once more, breathing in. And as you exhale, bring your knees as wide as the mat. Bring the big toes together. Bring the forehead down. Okay, you can keep your arms extended. Or maybe take a moment to fold the hands over the neck. Immediately, return to the breath. Listening to the sound of your breath. So what if the next part of the practice is the hardest part of the practice? How will you use your intention? What if the next part of the practice is the best and most fun part of the practice? How will you use your intention? Okay, follow your breath. Breathe in, shift your weight forwards. Walk your knees in. Curl your toes under. And then pick yourself up. Send your weight into downward facing dog. Okay, breathe in, lift the right leg up. Now I know we're on the wrists a lot. You can always do this from your knees. You can always take a break in child's pose. Now bend your leg and press the ball joint of your foot up to the sky. So if maybe you need to take a little peek at me, which is tough to do when you're standing here. Now shift your shoulders in line with your wrists. So we're coming into a Scorpio pose. Cool. Bring the heart forwards and really press the foot up as if you're trying to touch the back of your own head. One day. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose to your knee. What? And now step the right foot back out and downward facing dog. Okay, maybe take a moment to move your hands, taking the pressure out of the wrists for a moment. Maybe taking a moment to move your feet or your hips, resetting, because we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're taking it super slow, which always only makes it harder. Breathe in, lift the left leg up, bend the left leg, press the ball joint of the left foot up to the sky. Shift your weight forwards until your shoulders are over your wrists. And then reach the foot to the head to the foot. Scorpio pose. And exhale, bring your knee to your nose to your knee. Breathe in, extend your leg out. And now from your plank pose, knees down, come all the way down to the floor. Bring one hand on top of the other. Bring your forehead down. Take a moment to shake your hips, to catch your breath. Bring your forehead side to side, massaging the muscles of the forehead, where we can hold a surprising amount of tension. Now breathe into your belly. So take a deep breath in, feel the belly pressing into the floor. And out through the nose. Once more, it's called a crocodile breath. Breathe in. And out. Then reach the toes back, press into the tops of your feet, lengthen your tailbone down, lift the forehead off of the hands, and circle the arms all the way back. Interlacing your hands, but this time bringing the weird pinky at the bottom, weird thumb at the top. Then press your knuckles back. If this is too much, you can bring your fingertips down here. So rolling the shoulders back. Now you can stay here or lift the legs up as well. Locust pose. Reach the crown of the head forwards. And now really use your breath. So feel yourself lifting a little as you breathe in. And feel yourself lowering a little as you breathe out. Strengthening the back body, creating lots of space in the front body. One more breath. And lower down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up. Now bring your knees as wide as the mat. Bring your hips down to your heels as we bring the left hand over the right side of the mat. Bringing the left shoulder down. Then you can keep the right hand here or wrap the right arm all the way around, right fingers towards your left hip. And breathe. Feeling the stretch in the shoulder. Twisting through the spine. One more breath here. And then bring the right hand down to lift yourself up. And then bring the right hand over the left side of the mat. And wrap the left arm around. Let the hips go heavy. Breathe into the lower back. Great for tight shoulders, tight hips. And then bring the left hand down. Press yourself up. Bring your knees in line with your hips. Press down into the shins, into the tops of the feet to lift yourself up. And curl your toes under. Now bring your hands onto your hip bones just for a moment. Now imagine there's little bicycle lamps on the hip bones and they're shining up. So the tailbone lengthens down. You should feel the lower belly pulling in just a little, just protecting the lower back. Now left hand onto your hip. Breathe in, bring the right arm all the way up. And then bring the right hand to the back of the right leg. So we're coming into a really big heart opener. Now you can slide the right hand down, you can move your hips down and see if you can take a hold of the right heel. If that's impossible, I would highly suggest bringing the right hand to the lower back and then pulling the elbow back. So you still have that opening here. If you have a hold of your heel, shift your hips forwards and see if you can align the shoulders. Reach the crown of the head back. Okay, now breathe. Most important thing. Really lifting the hips, lengthening the tailbone down. And then on your next exhale, bring your chin in just a little, bring your hips back until you find that core connection, and only then pick yourself back up. So we never want to be arched and then try to pick ourselves back up because our spine will not thank us. Okay, bring the right hand onto your hip. Breathe in, bring the left arm all the way up. Turn the thumb away from you. Circle it down, bring the left hand to the back of the left leg. Slide the left hand down. And then just see if you can take a hold of the left heel. No is a very valid answer, so you can always bring the left hand to the pelvis, fingertips pointing down. Align the shoulders. And maybe right hand to the right heel. Hips forwards, heart up, crown of the head back. Everything that touches the floor presses down. So a back bend always comes from a lot of lift. Then one more breath. And slowly bring your chin in, bring your hips back. Start by bringing one hand to your hip and only then pressing yourself back up. Ooh, you just did Uttanasana, or a perfectly good variation. Bring your hands down, come onto the tops of your feet, and take a moment to sway your hips side to side. So I've incorporated some really big moves today. So if something didn't feel right and you've adjusted, well done. Okay, cross your ankles, walk your hands back, and come to a cross-legged seat. From our cross-legged seat, we're going to lie down onto our backs, centering yourself on the mat, and then bring your knees in. So that should feel really good after all our back bending. Take a moment to massage your back, moving one way, moving the other way, keeping it slow and soft. And then open the arms out wide and bring your knees all the way over to the right. Bring your gaze over to your left hand. If you want to deepen the twist, bring the right hand on top of the left thigh and just guide the leg from the hip to the knee. Now breathe into your lower belly. And slowly take it to the other side. Knees drop to the left. Gaze comes over to the right. Maybe using the hand to guide the leg from the hip towards the knee. And send your breath all the way down into the lower belly. Let the right leg become super heavy. And then bring the knees back up, feet down. Cross the right ankle over the top of the left thigh. Lift the left foot up, the left leg up, and thread the needle. So right hand comes underneath, left arm wraps around. Pull the back of the left leg in, opening up through the right hip. Think about sending some breath into the right hip. Relax your jaw. Feel the support of the mat on your lower back. Hopefully that feels really nice. And bring the left ankle on top of the right thigh as you pull the back of the right leg in. Maybe gently pressing the left elbow into the left leg. Your neck is long. The shoulders are relaxed. Breathe into the left hip. And release. So if you'd like to put on something warmer, now would be a really good moment as we prepare for Shavasana. Now we've done a lot of back bends, and sometimes you can feel that in your lower back as you extend the legs out. Sometimes you can feel the lower back arching a little, and then it can feel really nice to bring something underneath the knees, or bring the feet as wide as the mat and let the toes roll out. So just making sure that the lower back is supported. And then bring the arms down next to the body. Palms of the hands face up. And walk the shoulders underneath the chest. Make sure your neck is long. You can always bring a pillow behind the head. Cover yourself up with a blanket. So take a moment to get snugly. And then start to release any active breath. And just feel the belly rise as you breathe in and fall as you breathe out. Noticing the space we've created in the body. Noticing the energy flowing. And then start to soften. So back bending can create a lot of energy, especially if we've been forward folding over work spaces all day. So we want to take a moment to let the energy settle. Soften the skin of your face. Relax your jaw. Gently part the lips. Feel the weight of your head. Soften the muscles of the neck. Feel the weight of your shoulders. Maybe imagining somebody you really like, bringing their hands onto your shoulders and gently pressing them down. Feel the weight of your arms. Feel the weight of your hands. Soften the palms of your hands. And soften your thumbs. Feel gravity pulling the back body down, the muscles of your back relaxing. The hips are heavy. All the muscles, all the tissue around the pelvic bowl softens. Feel the weight of your hips. Feel the weight of your upper legs. Feel the weight of the lower legs. The heels pressing into the floor. As you soften the feet and soften the toes. Take a moment to notice how you feel. I hope you felt challenged, but expanding the horizon in a good way, playing and just laughing when you fall. Life skill. Take a moment to wiggle your toes, move your fingers, lift the wrists and take a moment to really twist them after all the wrist strengthening we've done. And then take a big, big stretch, lengthening. Hug your knees into your chest, feel the support of the mat onto the lower back and roll onto your right side, keeping the weight off of the heart. And really slowly press yourself up, coming back into your cross-legged seat and keeping your eyes closed a moment longer. Notice how you feel. How did this pose feel an hour ago? And how is it feeling now? Bring your hands into a prayer. Bow your nose down to your fingers. And one last time, return to that intention that you set out at the beginning of practice. And then maybe choose to take it with you off of the mat and into your week. Bring the thumbs up to the third eye point, so that point in between the eyebrows. As we take a really deep bow down, bowing down to the highest and best version of ourselves, and choosing to see that within each other too. Thank you for your time and your trust in all the weird moves we've done today. Let me know how it went, and I hope to see you really soon. The next live stream is on Wednesday, so I hope to see you on Wednesday.